Hey guys, it's Nick from the Three Forks Church of Christ, and glad you've tuned into another one of these little video devotionals. And I was doing a little bit of reading this afternoon after teaching a couple classes at a local school here, and I was thinking about something that was said here in what I was reading in Matthew chapter 10. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it up on the screen for us in case you don't have a Bible handy. But this is the book of Matthew in chapter 10. And he talks about some things about, of course the subtitle calls it the fear of God there, but about being willing to speak and to do that which God has in the face of opposition. That's really, I think, the point that Jesus is trying to make here. So I thought we'd read it together and take a couple thoughts that I hope will be encouragement to you this week. And, of course, would encourage you to go back and read the whole chapter, read beyond that too as well. But this comes from the book of Matthew, chapter 10, starting verse 27. He says, "Whatever I tell you in the dark, speak in the light, and whatever you hear, or what you hear in the ear, preach on the housetops. And do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul, but rather fear him who is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a copper coin, and not one of them falls to the ground apart from your Father's will? But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Do not fear, therefore, you are of more value than many sparrows." So as we're here and we're trying to look at what Jesus is saying in this text, I think there are 2 main ideas here. One is being able to speak in the midst of opposition, and 2 is understanding our value in God's sight as to not be allowed to be intimidated by that situation. In other words, don't fear, because God has placed value on us. And he uses it, kind of, maybe it seems odd to us talking about sparrows and copper coins, but his point is that we are of much more value than just birds or sparrows. And here we have the opportunity to see that God is telling us not to fear, to stand up for what is right and to say what is right. And it's one of the most important things that we can do when it comes to standing in integrity in Christian things. It really matters how we stand up. It really matters what we say and when we say it and how we say it. And we should never speak from the position of fear. We should always speak as much as we possibly can from the position of love and trust in God. Now, we live in a difficult world and difficult circumstances, and I want to encourage you, if you're listening, not to take this the wrong way and think that we need to grandstand and push and wave our finger or wag our finger in people's faces, but we do need to be encouraged to stand up and to speak in love and in trust the words of God. Again, this is Nick Sakula from the Three Forks Church of Christ. I'm glad you tuned in for this little short devotional. Hope you'll go back and read this text, maybe give it some more thought, and I hope that you too can stand up and speak the Word of God without any fear.